In today's Reset Monday, we're going to talk about resetting your gut. When I was doing one of my functional medicine trainings, my instructor would say all the time, it's a gut problem until proven otherwise. And he was right. I have to say that 100% of the time when I'm working people on any kind of chronic health issue, it's always been a gut problem first. When your gut is not working properly and you have what we call leaky gut, meaning your body is absorbing whole food particles, not micronutrients like it should. And when this happens, your body senses that as a foreign invader and it will attack it. And this is where we get all these autoimmune issues. And the inflammation itself can cause chronic pain and headaches and a whole slew of other problems. So I want to talk today a little bit about what do we need to do to support gut function? Because if our gut isn't working properly, it's going to throw off our hormones. And Lord knows that when the hormones go sideways, we just do not feel well. Now, if you have a gut issue, then you're probably dealing with things like bloating. You might have irritable bowel syndrome. Poor gut function can even lead to low libido, poor quality sleep. It can lead to mood swings, anxiety, depression. So we have to really pay attention to this. Oftentimes people think that just because they may not feel bloated, or maybe they do have regular bowel movements, that they don't have a gut issue. But I want you to think about gut issues like this. We are so bombarded with so many toxins every single day, and this is what affects the gut. It could be coming from your food. So maybe you have a poor quality diet, which then you have to clean that up. Even if you have a good quality diet, there could still be toxins in your food. There could still be toxins in the air. You could be using poor quality body care products that are what we call hormone disruptors that are causing your gut to actually be in disrepair. And that gut bacteria is starting to now malfunction. And we get an overgrowth of bad bacteria that we don't want. So all of these things can lend themselves to gut dysbiosis. And so what can we do to actually support our gut? Well, I have 6 things for you that I want you to think about each and every day in order to help support your gut function. If we start the day off eating a fiber-rich diet, so what is fiber? Fiber is not going ahead and having a fiber supplement each and every day. If you have to have a fiber supplement, then you have a gut dysfunction. And so think about eating fiber-rich foods like cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. All of those are really high in what's called sulforaphane, which helps to fight cancer. So if you can get more cruciferous vegetables, you're going to get the fiber in there, but you're also going to get the cancer fighters as well. You can also add in fermented foods. Fermented foods are amazing because they help as prebiotics. They help to feed the gut microbiome. And so your gut will love fermented foods, things like sauerkraut, yogurt. I make my own homemade yogurt. And so that's really kind of special. I would say if you can do that, go ahead and do that. Reducing the processed foods. We hear this all the time, but I also make my own sourdough. I make my own yogurt. Those are processed foods. They're not highly processed foods, and they didn't come from somewhere that I don't know what went in them. So if you're going to have something like that, make it yourself. But I'm talking more like highly processed foods like cereals and grains and anything that comes in a box and that has a list of ingredients that you can't even pronounce. You really want to eliminate that. And of course, sugar. We have to get rid of the sugar. The sugar is going to feed a poor gut microbiome. That sugar is what the yeast and the bacteria and the bad guys in your gut, it wants that really bad. So if you're somebody who has sugar cravings or carbohydrate cravings, you probably have a gut dysregulation, meaning your gut is telling your brain to go get the food that it wants, which is not good for you. So you could be having candida, there could be fungus in there, so molds, things like that. And then, of course, we have to get rid of the inflammatory oils. So your canola oil, any of your vegetable oils, all of those are highly inflammatory and can cause a lot of joint pain. So you want to eliminate those. We want to manage stress and cortisol levels. So we're not going to get away from the stress, but what we need to do is understand how can we manage the stress? How do we respond to the stress without allowing it to spike our cortisol levels or give us that 2 a.m. wake up call? Support liver detoxification. So again, these are eating foods that are actually going to help clear your liver out. So those cruciferous vegetables that I talked about earlier. Optimizing your sleep and your circadian rhythm is critical. Paying attention to, because we're in these long winter months, that if you're tired earlier, it's time to go to bed. We shouldn't be trying to burn the midnight oil and stay up as late as we possibly can. Your body wants to rest. Even animals know that it's time to go to sleep for the winter. That hibernation period is a way for the body to calm down and to heal. And so when it starts to get lighter later, your body, you'll notice you'll start to get more energy. But for now, don't fight it. Work with your body's circadian rhythm and work to optimize sleep as best you can. This also will help your hormones much better. If you're not sleeping, you're actually creating more blood sugar dysregulation, and that's causing more inflammation in the body as well. And then I would also consider functional lab testing. What is that? Functional labs are strategic tests that doctors like myself run in order to figure out where we need to optimize your health. Most of the general labs on the market are really just there to see if you fall outside the range. That's crisis. That's clinical. We want to get you tested before things fall so far outside of range that it's harder to get our arms around and takes a lot longer to fix. So think of it like this. Get your blood tested now, get your urine tested now before you actually have symptoms. And if you have symptoms, then it's time to do some testing, and you can reach out to me and we can talk about what that would look like for you. I do customized, personalized programs, and I go as far upstream to get to the root cause as possible. And so that is what's really special about working with somebody who does functional medicine, is that we're going to get to the root cause to help your body optimize health. Okay, so that's it. So we're going to eat a fiber-rich diet. We're going to get rid of our processed foods. We're going to handle our stress levels a little bit better, support your liver's detoxification, optimize your sleep and circadian rhythm, and then get functional lab testing. Now, I know those were 6 really quick ways for you to get your body back under optimization. And I have videos on this channel for each and every one of those that goes into detail that will help you. And you know what? If you're just not sure, feel free to reach out, leave a comment below, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are. What are you doing each and every day to optimize your health and your gut? And I always say, when you sit down to eat, make sure you're asking yourself, is this going to harm me or is this going to heal me? Your food is your medicine, but also remember, you cannot outrun or out supplement the fork. So make sure that you're making mindful choices each and every day. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for being here, and I will look forward to seeing